Alright, it's now the next day. And I have to tell you that because, like, if I didn't, you'd think it is still the same day because I'm still in the cycling kit. I've got some serious DOMs today, which is delayed onset muscle soreness. And if anything, that's the thing that kind of prevents you from doing the same kind of training the next day, or, you know, harder training the next day. It's the same thing that I guess kind of stunts the performance of riders in the Grand Tours, you know, on a very basic level, reduce their performance, you know, but general tiredness overall, and I guess DOMs is probably one of the biggest things. You know, I've woke up today and I'm only going to be doing a 2-hour steady ride with Anthony, flush the legs and keep my body moving, because after a day as hard as yesterday, which was 400 TSS, and pretty much 7 hours and 40 minutes after I did that Zwift race last night, just stopping would not be ideal for someone like myself. I need to ride today now just to make sure that I don't like completely seize up and shut down, basically, because if I get on the bike tomorrow and I go to do a couple of opening efforts before Von 2 on Saturday, then that's going to be a shock. In terms of like fatigue, like 400 TSS, and I accumulated that in quite a varied fashion. I didn't spend any time over in zone 4 or above, so I spent like maybe 30% of the ride, 33% of the ride in zone 3 and upper zone 3. Like it was targeted, it wasn't just like sporadic. But today is probably the top, or at least leg wise, like I'm not you know, shattered to the point where like I could sleep for like a day. I'm not that tired. My legs are tired, they're sore, but I feel like my rate of recovery at the minute is very good. And whether that's to do with, you know, doing all that kind of high intensity that we did indoors throughout the, you know, the lockdown period, and then coming into, you know, a 3-week block of just 900 TSS, just building, you know, on top of that with very little intensity. You know, I do feel now that I'm almost in a different place fitness-wise than I ever have been. Aerobically, like watching my heart rate during some of these efforts, and my heart rate's just like so low, but I feel so good. And you know, those two sides in themselves, like if my heart rate was really low but I felt rubbish, then that would be a warning sign, or possibly a sign that, you know, something wasn't quite right. But when they're both kind of trending in the same direction, then I think it's positive. Oh, and if you're a bit of a data geek like me, my Training Peaks numbers are fitness 111, fatigue 149, form -51 after yesterday's ride. Thanks, Humble. What is this thing called walking we're doing?
I like walking.
I like walking too, to be fair. Oh my word.
Ah, there's a bit with the Oreo on.
Hold up. This is outrageous. Not as outrageous as my comb over in this window. It's just the size of that one. Put my hand
text.
My word. Chocolate's melting. Better get into it. How do we
Just pick it up and eat it.
it's not gonna work.
There's no, oh my gosh, look at the Oreo cookies in it. Oh wow.
So EasyJet are having a good time at my expense today, actually. They've just sent me an email saying that my flight has changed for my return flight from Geneva back to London Gatwick. So they changed the flight from like, I think it was 3:30 in the afternoon to 9:30 in the morning, and it's basically like ruined. So I have to change my flight, which I'm doing right now, and it's costing me an extra £69 to do so, which is like, I'm not one to complain about money, but like this other flight that's now popped up and become available is only an hour later than my original flight, but it cost like twice the price. And as you can imagine, there's not many flights around now. I can have a bit of a chill morning on a Sunday, because otherwise, like if I got that early flight, I wouldn't have any time whatsoever. Oh my word, why are these things so stressful? It is a pleasure doing business with you. Now just make sure you get me there. Yeah, that's your part to play in this whole thing, EasyJet, okay? Just get me there, don't take any more of my money, and it'll be a safe and pleasant journey. I know it's only pennies, well, it's pennies, it's 70 quid, but it all adds up, like, inconvenience, it all adds up. But I suppose I'm not rushing. I've done that too many times. You know, when I've been to races with teams in the past, I've done that too many times. And now I'm in a position where I'll pay for more time. I'm not in a position to rush. I do not want. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's been a little bit kind of slapdash, I guess. You'll probably know what has happened in the Ventoux race by now, because it's going to be, oh my word, like a skeleton. You'll probably know what's happened in the Ventoux race by now, because this is probably going to go out sometime on the weekend, this video. Bit of a chilled one, me and Charlie, like, enjoying some downtime, and I know some of you like to see like a bit more of my area without me maybe being on the bike, so go figure. We're a travel vlog as well, you know. Alright, and it was so nice as well to like have a real coffee in a place where, you know, humble coffee we haven't been to since like the start of the year, so that was nice to get out and do something that normal people do. So anyway, here's our plan for Ventoux as well. You would have seen it if you watched the live stream. If you haven't watched the live stream, go watch the live stream, because it was probably, I'm going to speak now, talking in the future. This is recording in the future, but it was epic. The live stream was epic, okay? Enough said. Cool. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.